It's both via Zoom and here in person. The Committee on Access to Civil Justice is hereby convened. We were going to be hearing from the bill author, Chairman Majority Whip Kelly. We'll recognize you to present the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I appreciate everyone being willing to give up some of your lunch break to spend time in all of our favorite room. I'll be working off of LC 413069. It's House Bill 714. It's our good faith effort to try and resolve two issues that we've seen impacting auto torts cases that I think both sides of the bar are honestly and earnestly trying to resolve together. And those issues deal with offer and acceptance in terms of our Holt demands, and then also bad faith claims for uninsured or underinsured motorists. I'm going to start with section 2, actually, because that's a very easy section. Section 2 may look familiar to the members of this committee and the members of this body because it's a measure we've seen before us a few times and has actually been passed overwhelmingly out of the House. Now, he is now Judge Hightower, when he was a member here, passed the language that is in Section 2. And so that is strictly making clear, and I think Chairman Fleming worked pretty close with Judge Hightower on this language that would allow for a bad faith claim for UM to be 25% of the recovery or $25,000, whichever is greater, which would essentially allow us to go up to the $25,000 on a $100,000 policy. So that's Section 2. Section 1 is our attempt to try and resolve a offer and acceptance issue that I've seen in my practice. And offer and acceptance, and we want both parties working in good faith to try and resolve claims. But there unfortunately has been some gotcha situations that have popped up where some attempts to resolve the claims were made honestly, but may not have gotten done exactly. And so we're trying to provide the certainty back into this statute, 91167.1, that was originally intended back when an agreement was reached in 2013. And so that's what Section 1 attempts to do, is getting us back to the material terms language that was originally intended. There are a couple amendments, and I apologize for not being able to get those in writing to the committee beforehand, but I think this committee is sharp enough to be able to understand the simple changes that I'm going to offer. I will tell everyone that working with the plaintiffs bar and the defense bar, they both want to continue working on this issue over the weekend, but because of the time constraints we have a crossover day, we needed to get this measure out of this committee today. And so I'm going to continue working with them to continue to put a fine point on the concepts that are in this legislation after the amendments, in hopes of having a rules committee substitute on Monday.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, Whip Kelly. Having presented the bill, what is the will of the committee? There is a motion to pass from Chairman Fleming. Is there a second? Multiple seconds. So there are some amendments. Whip Kelly, if you'll walk us through those amendments.
All right, I'll just kind of walk through on lines 34 and lines 35. We would strike the language "the following terms," and then strike "when appropriate." And then we would strike big A
in its entirety.
Just a parenthesis, big A.
Okay.
And insert after insurance issued by the recipient. And then we would strike lines 39 and 42 in their entirety. And that would be my amendment. And both sides of the bar have seen seen this amendment. And again, they recognize over the weekend there may be some finer points to be made, but kind of agree to the concepts of where we're at today.
Okay, just to bring the committee members who are just joining us up to speed, there is a motion to pass. It has been seconded. There are, with your permission, Whip Kelly, I'm going to break that down into 3 different amendments. There are 3 amendments that we will consider to the bill on lines, the first amendment being on lines 34 and 35, striking the words, the following terms, and when appropriate. So that is the first amendment. Is there a move?
Move.
There's several moves. Is there a second? All right. All those in favor of the amendment, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Thank you very much. The second amendment is going to be striking the big A on lines 36 and inserting the words after insurance issued by the recipient. A requirement that a certification signed. That's the way that line will read. So we're striking the big A after insurance issued by the recipient.
And I guess real quick, Madam Chair,
Okay.
we would strike and on 38, and instead of the semicolon, it would just be a period.
And we would
after
also,
claimant.
okay. And we would strike the semicolon after claimant and strike the word and
insert a period.
insert a period. So that is the second amendment. Is there a move?
Move.
Second. All right. Discussion. Okay. All right. Chairman Fleming. What number is he? Sorry, we're on Zoom.
bad.
Sorry.
Starting on line 33, it would read, provided, however, that the offeror may also include in the offer, and then the words after insurance issued by the recipient.
No, it would then read in the offer a requirement that a certification signed under penalty of perjury be provided to the offerer that all insurance issued by the recipient that provides coverage for the claimant issue has been disclosed to the offerer or claimant, period.
So we're not getting rid of any of the words between 36 and 38, lines 36 and 38. All those words stay there.
That's correct. We're just inserting after insurance issued by the recipient.
After the word insurance on line 37,
Yes.
inserting issued by the recipient.
And the thought process there is that the insurance company cannot disclose all global insurance available, but what they can speak to is the insurance that they actually issue themselves.
Issued by the recipient. So
that was language that came from the defense bar.
Issued, okay. And the recipient in that sentence reflects back upon whom?
Who's receiving the offer?
That being the insurance company.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. I understand it now.
Okay. And just for clarification, so lines 36 through 38 will read a requirement that a certification signed under penalty of perjury be provided to the offerer that all insurance after insurance issued by the recipient that provides coverage for the claim at issue has been disclosed to the offerer or claimant.
Except you put the words after insurance, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not needed.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it and you wrote it correctly.
Oh,
but
I
he
said
meant
after
he meant to
insurance.
insert after
okay.
insurance. Yeah.
See, I was being very literal.
So just no. This is why we do it. If you'll
Yes.
read it again without that, I want to make sure I got it
Okay.
right.
Yep. Okay. So because I'm a dork, lines 36 through 38 will read a requirement that a certification signed under penalty of perjury be provided to the offerer that all insurance issued by the recipient that provides coverage for the claim at issue has been disclosed to the offerer or claimant.
Period.
Yes.
All right. So there's a move and a second discussion. All those in favor of the amendment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. And the third amendment that we have before us is just in striking the lines 39 through 42 in their entirety. Is there a move?
Move.
There's a move. Is there a second?
Second.
Multiple seconds. All those in favor of the second amendment or the third amendment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those- All right, there is a move and a second for the passage of House Bill 714, LC 413069, as amended by this committee. All those in favor of the move, please signify. Is anybody online trying to speak?
Madam Chair, I was just letting you know I'm here representing William Bodie.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Representative Bodie. We appreciate that. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. We are adjourned.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee.